Hi, my name is Raj. Welcome to Gadget Cafe TV. Today we have a very interesting person in Gadget today, and his name is James Adams.
That's right.
Yes, and today he's with us to talk about some of the coffee machines that we do that he has been quite enthusiastic about.
I have.
Yes.
Yes.
So tell us a bit more about yourself, James.
Well, my background was originally agricultural engineering,
Yeah.
and then moved into renewable energies and biomass boilers. And what happened was I became ill at one point and found that I had a lot of time on my hands.
Right. And you thought you'll put your time into coffee
Yeah,
machines.
So while I was recuperating,
Yeah.
my hobby, or I liked to drink coffee,
Okay.
and I started being an engineer. I like to know how things work.
Yeah.
So I started to make the best espresso I could at home. So for that, I needed a good machine,
Yeah.
which was going to be good value for money. And after doing lots of research, I found that the Gaggia Classic,
Yeah.
or the Gaggia Baby, or the Gaggia range, but those in particular, had lots of features for the money. They was a good machine to start with,
Mm-hmm.
and they can be customised and tweaked to become excellent machines.
Yeah. As an engineer, you like the idea of
yeah,
meddling with the machine.
Yeah, they're very easy to get on with, they're very user friendly once you get inside them. So
Yeah.
so there was no real surprises there, and they're pretty well made.
Good. Good. So, which machine did you go for then when you were starting off?
The Gaggia Classic
Okay.
was the machine that I went for.
Yeah,
Definitely. That's what was being pointed at.
So you have got some machines here. We have different colored machines. They are not the normal classic.
No, they're not.
So what has happened here?
Well, first of all, I take a Gaggia Classic and test it first of all to see if it's got any, maybe like they're used machines.
Yeah.
Basically, they start life as
Okay.
used machines. So I test them, make sure everything's working fine, and then I strip them totally.
Yeah.
So every nut and bolt comes off, take them to pieces. Then what I do is add a bit of flair to them by
Yeah.
maybe changing the colours of the casings, adding some wooden accessories, and on other machines add extra features too to improve the machines.
It's a fantastic way of actually using machines that have come to the end of its life.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Recycling.
But the things inside are so good
Yeah,
that you can
yeah.
actually recover them reasonably well and almost use it for another 5-10 years.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I mean, some of these machines are 20 years old or
Yeah,
more.
Yeah.
And most of the components inside,
Can
with
last
a
a
good
long
clean
time.
and descale,
Yeah.
they'll go again for another 10 or 20
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. So you have actually spent a lot of time, as I can see, painting them and changing some of the things that you have as accessories. And also you have added PIDs.
I have, yeah.
So what is a PID for the people who are uninitiated?
PID, or PID controller, whichever way you want to call it, it's a precise way of holding the temperature of the water in
Yeah.
the boiler. So a traditional thermostat, some of them have swings in temperature. So when the machine might say it's ready, there may be a 5 or a 10 or a 15 degree, depending on the machines,
Yeah.
variance within that cycle
Yeah.
of the boiler. The PID controller, you can choose what temperature you want that water at, and the machine will hold it at that temperature precisely within maybe 1 degree.
Yeah. So normally it is between sort of 75 and 85 degrees. It's set at, I think, the thermostats mostly for the coffee.
To come on, yeah.
So
yeah.
here you can have it at 80 degrees.
Yeah,
then.
yeah, you could
Yeah.
say, I want this at 80 degrees, 90 degrees, whatever you want it at,
Yeah.
and it will hold it at that temperature.
yeah.
It cuts a variable out. When you're making your espresso, you know that you're getting the same temperature water coming through that espresso
Yeah.
every time.
And can you actually fix the PIDs on any of the machines that we do?
It depends. Why these classics and the Gaggia Babies in particular are good is that they're mechanical machines.
Yeah.
If it's an electrical machine, the newer type machines have circuitry inside and circuit boards, and
Yep.
things become complicated. Lots of them have already got some form of controller, so they're more precise anyway,
Yes.
because they've got an electronic thermostat in
For
there.
instance, in the automatic machine,
Yeah.
we have got maximum, medium, minimum, and such like. So
Yeah.
the user can go and change it on the screen.
And that machine probably holds it quite precise anyway.
Correct.
Because
Yeah.
whereas these older type machines, they've got an older type component in there, and
Yeah.
basically you're putting a modern component in there to
Yeah.
bring the machine right up to date.
Yeah. So we actually met James a few months ago, and I was so interested in what he said that I wanted him to do a few machines for us. And he was already doing this for customers, special orders. And we thought it would be really good to actually associate ourselves with James and try and offer our customers some of the machines that James actually has refurbished. We refurbish machines on our own with our own engineers, but these are something slightly different, something special, I think. So if you find, say, something like that, that was originally a stainless steel machine,
yep.
has been painted black.
Yes.
So that's the only change on that
Yeah,
one, I think.
everything else is just
So
refurbished.
these two are basically red and black of
Okay.
the same type.
Yep.
Of
Yep.
classics, but
They're a
pre-2015.
pre-2015 Gadget Classic,
Yeah.
fully refurbished, but just changed the colour on them.
Yeah, so the pre-2015 has got solenoid valves and OPVs. We'll come to OPV in a minute, but pre-2015 machines now have become the 2019 models with solenoid valves. There was an intervening period where we had the mechanical valve machines, the 2015 to 2018. You'll see more about it on our videos, so go to gadgetdirect.com to watch the comparison of the three different models of machines. But here we'll stick to the pre-2015
Yeah,
version
I
of the
think so.
classics. But there's a nice little machine here. I used to actually have this machine or similar machine at home. And there are a select few
Yeah.
who have Parosas.
They're a die-hard Gadget. If you like to collect your old
Absolutely.
machines,
Yeah.
and you can get one.
Yeah, and people don't part with
No,
it.
no.
Yeah, they will somehow maintain it and
Yeah.
and even make parts for
They're a
them.
I'm stroking it. Look, they're a collectible, aren't they?
Yes, and it has got a grinder as well. So it's a
has.
34 setting grinder, and it can actually have it has got a button for hot water as well
It has, yeah,
as
yep.
steam. So it has got something special. So here you have actually managed to recover an old machine, but because you don't have all the parts, you
Yeah.
have made them into specials.
There's a slight twist to some of them. Some of the components, because they are maybe, I think they're maybe, 30 years old, 20 years old anyway.
Yeah.
They're around that they came out.
Probably about 15 to 20 years
Yeah,
old.
probably
Yeah.
20 years old
Yeah.
they started. And there are parts that, some of the parts, like the original trays for these, are plastic moulded.
Yeah.
And if they break now, it's very difficult to get
Yeah.
one in. It would make refurbish, if you could,
Yeah.
the price would probably be astronomical if you could
Yeah.
source one.
So you have made them into
Yeah,
really nice wooden
Yeah,
trays.
so it's a nice a change made to this. This is something I tend to do on a lot of machines. Is make wooden cases.
And it reinforces the machine
Yeah,
as
it
well.
does, yeah.
Yeah.
And well, this actually had a good point to it. The drip tray, again, they're hard to get the old. So I've modified a Gladiator Classic tray. So it's got a lot
To fit
more
that.
capacity, and it
Okay.
fits in, and it's.
Okay. Very good. I'm sure the recycling people will be very
Yeah.
pleased with you for that. Now, you have made a machine, or this is being sold to somebody. It's a special order.
This was a special order for a customer. They wanted
Yeah.
something special.
Okay. So what is this special?
So it's a pre-2015 Gadget Classic.
Yeah.
What this one's got, they wanted a PID controller,
Yeah.
and it's got a
timer,
timer as
yeah.
well built into it, so that when you can set your PID to hold your temperature,
Yeah.
you can set your timer to say 27 seconds for your espresso.
Yeah.
You work as normal. When you press your run button, it will automatically run for the correct amount of espresso and switch
Yeah.
itself off. So it's basically turned it into a semi-automatic.
Semi-automatic
machine.
machine. So you also have got a professional steam arm fitted.
It
to
has.
that.
This has got what they call an articulated steam arm.
Yeah.
It's got 360-degree rotation.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll try and make a sort of a close-up shot of that.
and it basically offers more of a professional feel. It's
Yeah.
of like a commercial machine,
Okay.
basically.
So what is this little thing here?
On the back, it's basically the box at the bottom is something that I make that holds all the electronics for the.
So can I just
Yeah.
turn it slightly so that you can see? Now you have got a matching color box.
Yes, they wanted it all color coded as well.
Okay. So this is whoever who has ordered this is a.
Yeah, and the controllers on the front, they're the uprated special ones as well.
Right.
So they there's no expense spared on this.
Okay.
They knew what
So
they
it's
wanted.
It's absolutely special.
Yeah, this
There
is about
nothing- this is the only machine in the world.
Yeah, that will be the only one in the world, definitely.
But the basics.
Yeah, the
Of
top
the
the top of the
classic.
machine is a classic,
Classic.
pre 215. The bottom I call it I call it an espresso wizard,
Okay.
and it's a box that and basically it's a
So
wizard.
you've got the different buttons here for the PIDs.
Yep.
So that controls your temperature, and the timer controls
Yeah, and
when it
yep.
stops.
So you can set all of that up, and then once you've sorted out your first one, you say, right, that's how I like it.
Yeah.
In future, you just press your button, and it will take care of it for you.
Okay. And this one here is something very different to the rest of them.
It is. that was a project, and that's basically turned a twin group,
Yeah.
Gadget Classic.
Okay.
So
So a single group Gadget Classic into
a twin,
Right.
yeah.
And you have actually put it into
Yeah,
a case.
I actually made all of the casing for that as well, the metal work as well, and
Yeah.
then made a wooden casing for it.
Yeah.
And that way round, you've basically you've got the options of having two espressos poured at the same time.
And also you can have hot water or
Yeah,
steam
yeah.
instead of no, you can have steam and coffee at the same time.
You can, yeah.
So you can make
exactly.
your coffee, you can steam your milk like a professional
Yes,
machine,
yes,
but with two classics.
yes. Basically,
Okay. And the casing covers all the old bodies and such like, and also you have got a drip tray that's
Yeah.
different.
yeah. I had to make the drip
And
tray.
you have
especially.
even got a painted, or what is it? Is it a silk screened body?
No, it's that's hand painted.
Hand painted.
Yeah,
So you're good at
I painted that
painting as
on.
well.
Yeah, it's that's
Okay.
something sometimes that
And
I
you've
do.
got a single tank which feeds both machines.
Yep.
So it's a modified Gadget Classic. We don't, I think it's called, what's the name given to that? Is your own name?
The name of the is Joe Wolf Limited.
Joe
That's
Wolf
the name of my
Limited.
company.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can actually see these on James's website, joewolf.co.uk.
Yep.
But what we have done is we have taken some of the machines and put them on our website as refurbished machines. But they only come in when James is able to make them. So they will be very limited in number. But you will be able to find them on gadgetdirect.com. Now this one was the first one that we put in, and it has already been sold.
Sold already. Yes.
So somebody is actually taking that. And this one you made it for as
That's a
a special
customer
for
order,
a
yep.
customer. And there are, so by the time this video goes out, there might be nothing left. But you can
I'm
make them.
continually making them. Yeah.
You can make
continually,
them.
Yeah.
So that's the good thing about it. So we do get machines. So if you wanted to, for instance, get your machine sort of, you are upgrading your machine, and we can actually sort of come to some arrangement where we can take your machines when you're upgrading machines, and James is going to give it a new home, and this would be the kind of
This is- yep.
painted bodies of your original
Yep.
machines.
This is what their 20-year-old machine that was ready for
This
landfill.
this is
can actually-
the life after death.
Yes.
If you like.
Yes.
Yeah, and it gives you extended life of another 5 years maybe.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
we are giving a 1-year warranty on our website because we know that
Yeah, it's-
things have been properly checked. All the filter holders and such like
They're all
are
refurbished.
refurbished.
Yeah.
So you don't get a brand new one. All of them are refurbished, but they have been really checked properly,
Yep, yep.
and that's why we are able to endorse it. So feel free to go and have a look at gadgetdirect.com, and if you need any more information, and if you want us to pose that question to James, we would be happy to do so. Now this particular one, I just wanted to tell you about the OPV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so somebody who bought this machine rang us or contacted us and said, I want this OPV to be set at 9 bar of pressure.
That's right.
So I had to sort of say to James, can you please make sure that that is done
Yeah.
when you're making the machine. So you can change OPVs on pre-2015 models. The 2019 onwards, you cannot change them, but you don't really need to do, but this particular customer wanted it at 9 bar. Okay, we'll talk more about that on a different video maybe. So I hope you enjoyed watching all these new machines or old machines turned into new machines. And if you need any help, give us a call. We have lots of videos on YouTube, so you can subscribe to Gadget YouTube channel, and gadgetdirect.com. You'll find all the details on our website and on the bottom of this YouTube as well. So thank you for watching. Thank you, James, for coming in.
Thanks very much, Raj. Thank you.